Yo, hold up. Before we even get all serious and shit, Daemon kind of has this red Robin Hood feel going on. It's mad dope. It's fucking cool, stylish like a motherfucker. Big up.
I hope my hoodie will stay up this time.
So welcome to Headspace, everyone. This is episode 19, which means we've almost been running this for 20. It's not quite 20. 20 will be specialer, but 19 is a special episode because, shit, we were going to talk about gentrification and get all serious, but then something happened. We were also going to review Drake. Chris, tell us which album that's your thing. He didn't fuck it up in the last episode.
So this week we decided to review Drake's new album. More
Sorry,
Life.
it's a playlist, not an album.
Yeah,
Come on,
technically
Chris.
it's a play. Go fuck yourself.
Go on.
It's a playlist. It's pretty cool. We're gonna get into it, but
What's it called?
More Life.
Awesome.
I said it. Don't worry.
Lot
Relax.
more life.
Although there is a little story about how we got to get to
God.
listen to this. If anybody
Hold
wants
on.
to take it
Hold
on.
on.
But,
We forgot about
on,
something
guys.
mad important. Soda Stream.
Yeah.
Oh
Ding,
shit.
ding, ding, ding. I went to the Canadian Tire. That's a local Canadian institution that sells Soda Stream. And I got some old-fashioned lemonade.
Yeah,
Damon.
it's my favorite.
Cheers. It is the most delicious soft drink beverage I've ever had in my entire life. Soda Stream, old-fashioned lemonade. Pick it up at the Canadian Tire in Ville Saint Laurent. Mad dope. Soda Stream, please give us money.
Let's do it.
Woo.
Oh,
Let me take that
shit.
first.
Did
sip.
you get it in your
Oh,
face?
God.
In your face,
Okay.
guys. Welcome to Headspace, guys.
Okay.
We are going to have a special episode today, but just before we get into the little details, you are hosted by your wonderful, lovely Dr. Damon, guys. I'm in here.
This is HSR.
And this is Chris Chrome coming
So-
at you.
so
for
check it.
this week.
Drake dropped this fucking thing like a couple hours ago. So the whole promotion build up to this stuff. As you guys may know, we said this in a previous episode. We were gonna review Drake, but this shit got delayed. Okay. So we're sitting there watching the social medias, and all of a sudden we're like, Drake is gonna stream this live from Ovo Radio at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm like, aight, Chris, you best be here on time.
I was here. Relax.
Damon and I was recording a track earlier today, so she was already here. So you should see that come out this week. And fuck, man. So we sit there at 6, and as you guys saw in the little piece of footage that is about to come here.
No?
Hold
And
on,
then
we
you
can just keep it going for now as we reload the site and shit. Come on, Drake. It's 6:02. Where is your damn episode? We're all
Oh my
fucking
god.
waiting.
And he's late, ladies and gentlemen.
I hope I'm not too loud. I'm closer to the mic. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
So this is like the pre-show as we are eagerly awaiting to
Eagerly,
review.
I feel like awkwardly waiting.
A little awkward, yeah, because
Like,
we don't
it's
know.
Drake,
great
man.
Saturday night, just waiting.
I have to say out loud, Drake, you are a syphilis-infested twat waffle.
I like you, Drake. Don't get me wrong. Just
Oh my
so that
God.
somebody knows. But like, where the fuck is this album
Where
coming?
is your album?
Yo, somebody pop on Twitter and see if it's trending.
Is it on YouTube somewhere live?
Well, I don't know. I'm on the OVO website, ovosound.com.
Oh, something's loading.
Well, yeah, no, I keep refreshing the page, and I clicked on the radio, and
Okay.
it's now. Yeah, so we sat there eagerly waiting, and nothing really fucking happened. Then, thankfully, to the gracious power of YouTube, we ultimately were able to find a stream. Damon, tell us who hooked us up.
We got to say, guys of the YouTube, thank you, BBK. These are the Bass Boost Kings that so graciously
No, like they
streamed it for us.
They hooked
They
us
had-
up with the album. And
they
it
had
was,
the Apple Music subscription that was fucking mandatory to hear this.
No,
And
that
live
was
stream.
fucked up that it was mandatory.
No, it was a great marketing
a
move,
marketing
dog.
Please
move.
explain.
Listen,
marketing
listen,
move.
listen. Drake is allowed to distribute his album however he wants.
Of
Now,
course.
if he worked out a deal with Apple that for the exclusive streaming of this kind of pre-release experience we had, you had to go to Apple. It's not like the music is going to be there. We saw clearly this shit's going to pop on your Spotify at some point. I don't know. By the time this comes out, it may be available on Spotify to listen to.
All right.
So it's not like he's doing it. It was just to listen to it fresh, like we did. But thankfully, this one YouTube guy hooked us up by streaming that shit live. We
Thank
got to
you.
review it all. However, we
you.
ended up missing the first couple of songs because it took
you.
fucking forever. We was tripping, and Drake was fucking
Everything,
late.
every social media, we're searching,
Dog.
we're
Yo,
looking, we're
he-
tweeting,
he's
we're
on
trying to
it.
find
Check it.
him.
30.
Check it.
Oh,
They launched like this Instagram post being like, "Yo, it's at 6:30 now." Next thing we know, we start listening, but we don't really know how long it is.
And then
it's
people
like,
are trolling. Yo, the trolls,
Oh.
get the fuck out of here. First of all, the whole time it wasn't out, they kept saying,
Yo,
oh, it
it's on
started.
Spotify.
It
Yo, it's
started.
on Spotify.
And then people would go away and then come back. And then when it actually started, it's like, oh no, it's a troll account. Fuck you,
but
cunts.
ultimately we
Thank
got
you.
to it, and we got through it, and it turned out to be really a lot more songs than we were anticipating at first. So we said, fuck it. We're going to drop the serious side of it. It's going to be a review of the entire Drake More Life experience.
We might be able to review, like, maybe do one episode that would be just topic news. Like,
We could maybe look into that. But then how about this? The next time maybe there's a really dry week in music that doesn't have something as newsworthy as Drake. Listen, I was at work and my TV has a feed from the CBC network going to it, and this album made the news feed at
It
work.
got papers.
And we really just felt it was worth hearing. And thankfully we did. I have to say, this album didn't suck. I'm going to preface that. And we should also point out that this is a first impression. And I, at least, should also point out, in order to get into the spirit of Drake, I have, in fact, been drinking and off camera will continue to do so throughout the recording of the podcast. So this is the rare experience of drunk Holden presenting himself to the audience in such a way. And so wow, this might be the end of
I
you're
gotta
so
say.
Is this what your friends are
This
looking
is
for?
what my friends
Listen,
are
I can't
looking
become an
for.
alcoholic
Yes.
to make fucking podcasts. I'm sorry,
Okay,
guys.
yo,
Yo, I gotta tell you something. Drink up, me hottie, yo ho.
Okay, let's do some non-alcohol delicious soda stream beverage.
I'm okay.
Chris, you should go in the full like interlude, like do do do.
Okay. So let's let's get into this. Chris, you've been quiet.
Yep.
What is your feelings on the title of this fucking playlist?
Dude, okay, so it's shocking a little bit because when you hear More Life, you're thinking like there's something new, there's something different, which there is,
Are we
and
gonna
it was
listen to them?
totally different than what I'm used to listening to Drake, and unfortunately, I don't really like Drake, but this album, this playlist, mixtape, whatever the fuck you want to call it, it may or may not have changed. Shall see
Chris,
during.
what do you think of the title, damn it?
I'm getting to that. But the title itself, it really captivates the essence of what the album is. Actually, once you hear the album, you understand the title more, and it shares a part of, I feel like a part of him. A little bit,
Okay.
just a part of what he views and what he sees is really cool. Because I feel it's hard to explain just the title without explaining the cover of the photo.
Okay.
The photo of the
Before
album.
we go to that, Damon, when you heard More Life, what did you think?
I was already in my I hate Drake. I puke. Oh, what the fuck, More Life? Is he gonna go in this whole crisis mode thing, like tushy tantrum bullshit?
He's
like,
always in a crisis mode, tushy
oh my
tantrum
god, I was
bullshit.
just like, oh, is this gonna be some Hollywood whining? And you know what? Drake's voice is just Drake's voice. You can tune it out as
Nah, man,
usual.
I
I'm
like
just
the title. I heard it and I was like, listen, Drake and I are the exact same age within a few months of
Oh,
each
really?
other. Yeah, he's now 30. I'm 29. I'll be turning 30 this year. So I'd like to think we're about the same age.
All right, good for you.
So when I hear a title like More Life, I get to that understanding that my 20s are over and I'm really only about to start my life now, and everything that I've lived so far was like a training ground for the real deal. And so a title like More Life at least strikes within me just like the idea of everything that's about to come is going to be far more interesting.
It's like entering the next step in a way.
Exactly. Like we're about to enter the new period of a hockey game. Okay, Chris, go on about the fucking cover. I know you wanted to talk about it.
No, there's nothing really much to the cover besides that it's an old. I assume it's Drake's perception of him being older in the future when he's like, 60, 70, and there's
Like
an
he's,
older man.
He's like looking back and he's writing some notes or
Right?
some shit.
But like that right there, because it's an older man and it's and he's looking back and he's got the pipe and everything, and it's really descriptive. It's really cool. Because of that, when you look at the title of the album, you're kind of like, this is where I see more life, because he's it's not just that he's old, but he's still got life in him, you know. And he's talking like, I feel like there's a connection where Drake kind of sees this even when I'm older, I'm still gonna have life. I'm still gonna have more to achieve, more to get to. So it was pretty cool.
Damon, what do you feel about the cover of this album?
I honestly don't feel anything. Again, I just felt they were trying to be melodramatic and just wanted to like, oh well, you know what? This is me in pure reflection of like my psychological like social thing. You know what I'm saying? Like things and like, no.
I get you. I didn't like the cover much. I don't really care for it.
Me either.
It's kind of whatever.
It's already forgotten. Move away.
In case you didn't know, the date of today that we are the day we're recording this is March 18th, the release date of this. And so shall we get into this long review that we shall embark upon together?
24
Let's do this.
tracks, which 2 were on YouTube.
No, 2 are on Spotify as part of the pre-release.
Yes.
So Chris, do you know the name of the first song?
The name of the first song is called Free Smoke.
Woo!
I couldn't get a bill paid. You couldn't buy the real thing. I was staying up at your place, trying to figure out the whole thing. I saw people doing things.
Free Smoke is a very interesting opener to the album. It's got this little jazzy,
smooth
little intro bit, 30 seconds or so. And then this like banging, harsh beat kicks in.
Comes in with that trap and it's fucking intense.
Yo.
And then Drake's
just
just
bars.
doing it.
It's
Bars.
just
For an
free
what did you think though as an
smoke.
intro though?
I think it was, okay. So
Like as an intro track.
as an intro, in full disclosure, we didn't actually hear this before the album, in light of our snafu getting to it. So, had I not heard anything before the rest of the album, I would have expected something completely different than what came.
All right.
And so, without knowing that, it's really hype. It's really cool. It's really energetic. But knowing what comes after, it's a little misleading as an intro track is something I would like to point out. But it's still a very good energy. It's something I could see the man trying to open a concert with.
all right.
And otherwise, the bars meant nothing to me. I tried. I have a little bit of trouble actually listening to Drake's words. And again, it's a first impression. We really just listened to some live fucking one-offs here. So I more or less looked at his flow and how he rapped, and altogether a 4 on 5. It's not an amazing track to me. It's not bad by any means. It's an okay opener, and had there been more of this on the album, I probably would have graded a few things higher.
Okay.
Well, I'm sort of enthused by the fact that you said like I had trouble grasping like onto the words and blah 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 and listening to the actual lyrics
It's
because
true,
like this
man.
is one of the things, this is one of the qualities that I find that Drake has. Like honestly, pure honest to God, this is a Daemon introduction to something good about Drake, is that his voice is so blurry that you can just buzz it out
No,
and
but
just
it's
enjoy
a beautiful
the flow.
kind of blurry though.
Yes, because it's not off tone, it's not auto tune, it's not effect, it's not overbashing, it's not
like-
overbearing, and he's
okay.
never trying to like overtake a song. He just like equalize, says what he wants to say just to put his mark on the track, and it's beautiful, perfectly made. I can buzz
He
him
really
out
could be
perfectly.
rapping the worst shit in the world,
Yeah.
and I probably still would have liked this song as much as I did.
But
What did you call it? A Nickelback effect.
Oh, the Nickelback effect isn't so much here. I'm not. So we're gonna drop that a little bit later on. It was smooth for what it is. But Chris, how did you feel? You've been kind of quiet.
I
Ooh,
like
hold
it.
on. By the way, I gave it a 4.
Ooh, 4.
I liked it. I'll be honest with you. I really liked the intro because it was something that I could jam to as per listening to Drake. I don't really like Drake, like I said. But
Hold on. I have to say, I've never listened to a Drake album before this.
Me either. This is the first
Have you
time.
actually listened
yeah,
to
yeah.
Okay,
Like when
so
he
you're
when he
allowed
came
to say
out
that.
when he came out with Over, when he came
Okay.
out, like when he started, I listened
I've
to him.
never
I followed
actually
him.
listened to a Drake song, like a full
shit.
Drake song.
No,
I
I've listened
usually
to Drake
switch
songs.
it.
Look, I follow Drake, but then at one point I was just kind of like, look, it's the same whiny bullshit. I get it. The woman broke your heart. I get it. You're taking the next bitch home.
Oh,
like
really?
it's
Yeah,
all it is.
it's a lot
It's
of
all
that.
it is. He pertains to this romance.
He
of-
makes really good pop. That's how I've always felt about
Anyway,
Drake.
but I like it sometimes, Drake. I like you when you go ham on these beats. Sometimes you got that good flow when you're just fucking
And
around.
is this an example?
This is one of them.
So
this
what'd
is
you give
exactly
this?
it. I give this a 4.5 on 5.
4.5. No,
This
points.
is the wrong show again.
Ah.
crap. I
Amazing.
apologize.
So does
but
this go to a 4 or a 5?
This goes to a 4 on 5. It cannot get to a 5, unfortunately.
what keeps it from a 5?
Lupe Fiasco's intro, Run the Jewels
Okay,
intro.
you know what it is for me?
Like,
it's
it's
the
just-
fact that this song kind of didn't go anywhere.
Exactly. It was just hype.
And
It was
then
just
it
bars.
just flatlined about halfway through and repeated itself for the second half.
Like,
and
don't
that
get
was
me
my
wrong.
problem
It
with
was a great song. It was a great song. But like I said, Lupe had an
Awesome.
intro, right? Run the
Okay.
Jewels had an intro. It was good.
Okay, Chris,
Okay.
all I'm hearing is some, and I don't want to hear any of this because I want no long talk.
Pre the whole thing, Preem got the earth talk, can't see the whole thing. Niggas wanna talk splits, now we need the whole thing.
Man get stoppy when we touch a button. Man catch suckers, then we touching something.
So, Holden, what'd you think?
Banger. Listen, I don't know who the fuck Giggs is before today. I never heard the name once in my entire life. This motherfucker came in and impressed me so fucking much
Yo,
on
he
both this track
shined out, bro.
and the other track he's on this album that I have to now go and investigate who the fuck this man is and go listen to it. I thought the beat was impeccable here. Listen, when Drake hits, Drake hits. When Drake drops a banger, it's a fucking banger. His beat is next level. The rapping on both ends of it. Drake came in with this accent
I
and
don't
this
know.
flow
Hold
I've
on,
never
hold on.
heard before, and he fucking dropped some shit.
No,
I don't.
no,
Again,
no,
I
no,
don't
no.
know what he said because again, first impressions and
Wait, who you talking about? Giggs?
both of them, man.
Okay.
Giggs was hype.
Giggs was hype.
Giggs was hype as fuck.
Undoubtedly.
Undoubtedly.
But Drake kind of sounds like a child a little bit. Like sometimes I have trouble taking Drake so
He's wrong.
gangsterish because of his voice a little
Just
bit.
gotta say it like that. That's the easiest way because like you're wrong.
No.
Like Drake came on it with like, it kind of felt like he was going for some kind of a patois-like accent, paying some homage to some Caribbean era.
I got that, but it just
And I thought
Okay,
it came
but
off
was it
fucking
Drake
nice.
or was it Giggs?
Drake is the whole first part, and then there's the pop sound, and then Giggs comes in with the whole other sound when it gets doubly hype.
But can we agree
That's
that
the
Giggs
grime.
could be grime?
Yeah, Giggs, to me it was.
It is Graham.
Giggs
Yeah.
is fucking cool, and all I gotta say is he really took the song to a 5 level for me. Like Drake was riding it at a 4, but then
Jesus.
Giggs was like a 6 because that's how hype that was to me. So that averaged out at a 5, and I had to
Sorry.
get the song as full fucking dues because like. Look, man, again, we heard this one also after the rest of the album.
True.
So after hearing the whole rest of what's going to come, this is one of the fucking blessed songs on the entire fucking joint, and I have to give it its homage. I could listen to this every day. When it's available on Spotify, I'm going to plus this shit, and I'm going to bump it in the morning.
So you gave it what, a 4 or a
5,
5?
he
Bob?
said.
Not
Five?
even listening.
Bro.
I know.
Fucking guy.
I just thought you gave
I'm
it
the
a-
drunk one. You're not even listening.
Listen,
Fuck off.
I've been a little daisy today, okay?
No, okay.
Okay, Chris is
What was
officially
I gave it
Daisy
4
too.
out of 5. I have nothing really much to say about it
No?
besides
Okay.
just more
then,
bars.
Go, Damon.
Oh damn! I give it a 4 as well. Like it was good. It was like a
Do you have more to say?
fuck. At this point, like
It's one
like,
of those that kind of beats is all I gotta say.
just-
I
yeah.
fucking
No, it
felt
was actually a guerrilla at work. Like it was just like
Okay.
2-step, like very draggy. It was good, but it was draggy. And if
I
I would
would-
listen to this, sometimes if I'm not in the mood, I just like
So
click
some
off.
context here. When I realized we were gonna do this and that we had time to go to the store to buy beer, I was like, listen, I'm gonna get drunk while we're reviewing this album because it's gonna help. And evidently, I fucking liked it. Don't listen to this bone sober. It's not meant for sober people, unless you already kind of like Drake. And
Yeah,
then
unless you
I'm
like
sure you'll
follow
fit in.
him. No.
Well,
But, like-
okay, I guess Holden, like at that point, like I guess you found a passion fruit, like.
Listen, seeing you got ritualistic, cleansing my soul of addiction for now, cause
Christopher,
Yeah.
Damon, would one of you like to tell us about your experiences with the passion fruit?
Yo,
Damon, you want to go?
it's
Let's
so
let the-
loungy and
the
jazzy
ladies
and
first.
fun and whoop whoop, and it's just like one step, like Jamaican bar, like you could just sit down and have like one of those fancy cocktails, except the one that tastes like coconut, because coconut is horrible and things that are not coconut actually. But like fuck, just like you staring at the sunset, sitting at the bar, like I
You
just saw that, just
absolutely get
vacation
lost in your
time.
head. Look, this is one of those songs that the drunker you are and the later in the night it comes on, the more you are gonna like it
Well,
because it's really
That's
fucking...
actually kind of funny because, you know, then there's drunk Holden who's like, yeah, I like this song. And if you guys decide to go check out Holden's Twitter, you will see a fabulous photo of me enjoying this song for the first time.
Right, it's true.
And I according
It's
to some
true.
people, I'm kind of just sound asleep.
Nah,
So
because he kind of passed out. Because look, it's really like mellow. This is
very
study
chill.
music. Look, if you're a university student and
Yes.
you need some like study jams, this is that kind of smooth background noise. This is some Control C, Alt Tab, Control V type shit
You know
right
what?
here.
Yeah,
for you
You know
yeah.
geeks.
what? Because of his blurring voice out, like because I can blur his voice out, I can enjoy this. I can enjoy the beat. Like let's say they put a lot of freaking money and investment into the
Ooh.
background,
The
into the
production
music.
on this
the
album
production
is
sick.
beyond stellar, and this is
Oh.
going to be the summer jam of summer jams
Oh,
once it gets
most
released
likely,
as a single.
and everybody.
well, I'll be sleeping a lot this
Sober
summer.
Holden, who is not doing this podcast, Sober Holden, who is not doing this podcast, is not going to agree with the drunk Holden doing this podcast. But this shit is fucking hype.
You know
Okay.
what this song
Okay,
will
enough
do?
Holdenception.
Look,
Holdenception.
if I was drinking, this song is a 5, but for reals, this track is a 4.
You know what? This
I gave-
song will reduce stress out of people. People will
She's
enjoy
right.
instead of being like
okay.
aggressive in bars, like you know that whole like rah
It'll
rah
just be
rah.
like, ding,
It's
ding,
just gonna be everybody's gonna smile. Have you ever seen anybody frown at a Jamaican party? No, everybody's like.
And a little bit more promiscuous dancing as the night goes on.
It's
Oh my
okay. It's okay.
goodness,
What did
yes.
you give the song though?
I gave it a 4. I really adore this song.
And
like
you?
I could chill.
I gave it a 3. I mean, I had to be fair. It was a good song, but I fell asleep and then I woke up and Holden was like, "Yo, next song," and I was like, "Oh, all right." So
Guys, as you come to see, Chris's critic skills is like, I feel like this on
don't you
Tuesday at 7 o'clock, and this is the grade.
don't you start taking podcast time to be criticizing my skills, okay?
Okay. So which track for somebody?
Jorja Interlude. At this
Georgia,
point, guys.
Georgia?
Georgia.
Tryna stay light on my toes. Just ran a light in the rose. Told me I'm looking exhausted. You hit it right on the nose. I'm tired of all of these niggas.
I did go, man. Okay, look, this song is like an interlude, and I get that, and it's kind of soft, and it's kind of whatever, and Drake does this thing, and it's got this, again, well-produced kind of bland beat, and I gave this a 3 on 5 because it did fucking nothing for me, and if I had never heard it, my life would have been okay, and having heard it, my life isn't worse, but it's definitely not better, and how about somebody else say something?
There's nothing much to say. It's a 3 on 5. Look, when you know Drake, you know Drake. When you follow him, you follow him. And if you don't know Drake, this is Drake on every other fucking album he's ever made in his entire fucking career.
So that's how you're. You've been,
See? See?
Well,
She
I'm trying-
stumbles.
No, but I'm trying to say like you've been accustomed to his style, so it's easy for you to blur it out and enjoy the back of the music without feeling guilty of enjoying
You know,
Drake.
but you
like,
see,
just
hold
because-
on. I just,
Okay, look, what was my reaction all week when I figured out it was Drake, right?
you hated the entire
okay.
thing.
Do you
No,
not
me
need to
too.
defend this bullshit
I
now?
get you,
Like,
I
it
get you,
makes
and I will
sense.
defend something. I will defend something. Drake does.
This is the first time on the album where the Nickelback effect came into full effect. Now, Greg from the Rockin' Beards podcast has coined the Nickelback effect.
I just want to publicly. Hold on, no.
Shh, I'm talking about the Nickelback effect.
I
Just
get
wait a
that,
minute.
but I just want to say, guys, I publicly want to say shout out to Greg. He's one funny motherfucker.
Shut up, Chris. We're talking about the Nickelback effect. So the Nickelback effect is when a bunch of people sit there and stare at an album and go, how the fuck is this guy the big... And then we realize it's a bunch of women, 25 to like 45 years old, married, kind of on the low, but they spend all the money going to his shows. They spend all the money on his music.
Guys,
And
the
reality
patterns
is it's
speak
a whole
volumes.
lot of women love this shit. And this is where it really starts to come into prominence on this. I mean, come on, Passionfruit was a really good example, actually.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
anyway,
you
Chris,
can
what
talk to
did you
that.
fucking give this song?
I gave. Which song are we on? You completely got me distracted.
Man, we're on Jorja Interlude. Keep up with
I
the
gave
conversation.
this song 3. A 3 on
Okay.
5. It was.
Okay.
I said it though.
Yeah,
Pretty sure I said
I
it.
like
Okay.
the flow. I could do code with this. I could concentrate. I could art with this. You know, I
Wait,
could.
you do
I could
what with
game.
this?
Code, man.
Oh,
Like,
okay. All right.
So,
we're okay.
so
No, I don't. do
Jorja
flow.
Interlude.
I'm just clarifying. I
So-
care for you.
So when we came
I
in,
gave it a 4, by the way. I didn't give my rating.
I was just trying to tell them that this is a song that we also listened to before, because when we started the stream was the next song, but this song was still like, you know, one that we listened to after the end of the album. So it's kind of a weird placement and stuff. So she gave it a 4. But the next song is actually where we came into the live stream and we're like following along and had no control over pause.
Okay, hold on. We got to get it together.
This is the first song that we got to in the live feed, and I can tell you, as the first song on this Drake album, I was a little bit like, what the fuck did we sign up for?
I kind of just turned on and went, oh, so it's Drake.
And it's very Drake. But the beat, man, you hear that beat?
Yeah.
Like, the song is like every other fucking Drake song. It's got a great beat. It's like he comes in with the whatever. There's some girl, and she's really good in the intro.
Yeah.
It was very tropical.
Drake's like, I gotta change my shit. Everything's the same like I did on all the other
Yeah, we get it,
albums."
Drake. Okay, let's go.
Just kind of goes through it, and you're like, oh man.
But you can't hate the song though. Like I have to admit, you can't hate the song. It's
the beat
still
is like next
it's still
level.
produced really well.
This is
Look,
another
I gave it a 3 out of 5. I'm just gonna say it right now.
Look. This is another jam that drunk Holden is giving a 5 to, but sober Holden is giving a real 4 to. So 4 is the grade that counts. It's really well made in the sense that contextually appropriate. I could feel it 100% of the time.
Okay.
But reality is, there's not a lot to it that stands out. It's really just a generic song for the genre it's in. And because Drake has that voice and that ability to get the right team, that kind of moves, then it came out absolutely perfect. And I appreciate what he did. But there's nothing here that really impressed me to give it the perfect 5.
No, for sure. It was just a basic another Drake. What, you gave it a 4 on 5? That's what you're saying?
Well,
I said a 4. Sober Holden gives it a 4. Drunk Holden, because he's drunk, loved the beat and everything, was dancing and whatnot. So a 5.
All right.
yeah, it was very jazzy. It was really, really fun. Like, it was, like, popping up and down. I really liked it. But then he came in and, like, just gave us everything he used to give us.
Usually gives us on the fucking
I couldn't
radio.
top it up, so I gave it a 4. Like, I really need that Madiba Riddim. With the double D, by the way.
Just a side note, we can't spend that much time on every song in light of how fucking many songs are on this album. 24 we're covering
songs.
tonight.
Jesus
so we'll stick around when there's something to talk about.
God knows it. Pure mind and pure soul I possess. He knows it. Anointed.
Ends like one other dance, like one of those slow merengue tracks, step
I
by
feel
step.
you.
Like,
I feel you.
Like, the beat on this song is fucking next level. I really felt it. Like, this is another example of excellent production composure, well-structured song, and then Drake sounding like every other fucking Drake song ever. You can, like, this is like, let's call it generic Drake,
This
just
is
for the sake
perfect
of
for,
saving
like,
some
beach
time
parties. Like,
Yeah,
But
but
it's a
you
good song.
Yes,
It's like
tracky.
it's something. It goes back to being background music as we come to like somewhat conclude in a way. We'll get to that later at the end of it, but it's kind of just generic background music. Drake makes good music, but
Well,
most
like,
of it
look,
is just
it's like
I could fuck to it and I could clean my house to it.
But, like, for real, like, there's almost nothing on this song that really draws you in and goes, this is, like, a changing music kind of banger.
It's very flat
This is
tone
another
sometimes.
fun summer jam that drunk Holden likes more than sober Holden, and I feel like I shouldn't have to say that on every song.
Nah, so,
and
yeah.
I gave it a 4 on 5 because,
Great.
objectively speaking, it's really well made, and had I heard no other song on the album, it would stand the fuck up. But, like, again, hearing it right next to the other song, it's kind of like the same thing, but with a different dance behind it. I don't know. It just didn't really strike me as the greatest shit.
All right.
So, yeah, what's the next track? Somebody dropped their corny...
Blem.
Virginia done me off already. I'm Blem for real. I might just say how I feel. I'm Blem.
Yo, I like Blem. This song came at it in a whole different weird kind of way, and this is kind of additive, right?
Yeah.
I can't think of anything that sounds quite like this. It still has that Drake feel, but like he says he's Blem and he's gonna tell them exactly how he feels, and he told me how he feels. I like it. I like the way he delivers his entire
He's
flow.
very expressive.
Like, this is a good example of the artistic
I
side.
apologize in this song.
So like it's a good example of the artistic side of Drake that actually blew him the fuck up and turned him into
Who he
let's
is
say,
today.
And I appreciated this one. I gave this a 5 on 5 because, in my opinion, it is one of the better examples of him showcasing talent on this album. It isn't just the beat that's amazing. It's the way Drake fucks the beat to make this song Baby. That is amazing.
I totally agree. It's a really good song, although it's not a 5 on 5 worthy for me. Again, there's still a part of me that's like, it's still Drake. And,
Don't be prejudiced, man.
I'm not being prejudiced. Every song he makes always has this like heartbreak feel to it, or this like poor me type bullshit feel to it.
But like,
so if I get it, it
Blem,
works. Yo, I
he's
get
telling
it,
you
it
how he
works.
feels.
I understand it's how he feels, but it's how he feels on every single motherfucking track
you
he's
got
on.
a point, but it doesn't actually sound like this on every joint. So
I know it doesn't sound like it, which is why I kept it at a 4 on 5. It's why I kept it at a 4 on 5 because
Alright,
he
it's
deserves it.
respectable.
Damn
Damn
it.
it.
How do you feel?
I thought it was like a Dark Beauty Swift freaking track. Like it was a swift start. I really
That
like
makes
it.
me think
Look,
of
listen.
Kanye.
I used to be a dancer. I used to be a
Okay.
gymnast. Like I choreograph absolutely everything in my mind when I listen to songs. Like I always see
Okay.
myself dancing. I always see like me doing my tricks and everything. And I love the choreography that I see in my mind with this. And it was just like at some point it just like froze for like half a beat, and I just saw myself just like ending it. Anyways. It gave me goosebumps. I loved it. I gave it a 5 too. Like it was really,
Listen,
really chill.
This beat is one of the best I heard on the album, for real. I really like it. I don't know who produced them all because, again, we just kind of streamed, jumped right into recording. Not enough time for research in the middle. But I would like to look that up and find more beats from them because it's fucking sick.
Would you give it a 4?
I give it a 5. This song is amazing.
A 2?
5.
4?
5.
4? 2? 2?
Fuck all
44-22?
y'all.
That's in
Oh.
the next track.
But you never change. 44, 22. You build it up to
It's like,
This was boring.
Really shit.
oh,
It's not that it's shit. It's
It's
just that
shit.
it's got like nothing to it. It's just this loose little interlude song
Shit.
where like he just 44, 20.
It's not even Drake though.
It's not. Who
Like
is it?
it's I don't know who it
Because it
is,
doesn't
but
say
it's
it's a feature,
it's
dude.
not
I
but
think
it's
it's
not
Drake.
Drake. I think no, because as we concluded, there's another song on this album that's not Drake, and it's
But
entirely
there's
someone
like
else.
a featured artist listed in that, and in this case, there is not a featured artist listed. So
Look.
I'm gonna say that's Drake.
Shit.
What I gave it a 3 on 5.
I gave it a 2 on 5. Fuck that.
It wasn't that bad.
It was
just
bad.
kind of
There was nothing
noise.
to it. As background noise, there was nothing to it. Okay, you can fuck to it, but half the time you're listening to her moan before you are listening to the fucking song.
Okay. Damon, come in with something intelligent here.
well, actually, you know the Dark Beauty Swift start on the track that I said last track? That was actually the description for that one that I fucked it up. The one for Blem is like he's actually onto something with such a tropical feel to this, the
And
basic
this
blah
one?
blah. This one I really, really enjoyed. Like I could get like I said, I could get to
So
like the
here's where we see
programming
the
thing and
Nickelback
everything.
effect really
Yeah.
coming into effect.
Yeah, it's
That's
it's a real thing.
The right
It's part
age
of
the
the
woman kicks in. She's like, I love the song. The two dudes are like,
it's part of like the lobe
Okay,
that doesn't respond
next.
to smartness. I gave it a 5, guys. Just don't be a Gyalchester, man.
Does
Gyalchester.
anybody know what that means?
well, I
No.
imagine that Gyal is like the patois
Girl.
for girl, and then Chester is whatever Chester means.
So probably like Girl
Chester.
Chaser.
Link, ice blue mink, tat on my wrist like I do not know what permanent is. They want me gone. Wait for the kicker.
Did this song revitalize me?
Yes.
So the way I put it is, because you got to keep in mind, this is the first song I've heard where Drake rapped from when we were streaming the album. Not like on the album, but from when we were streaming it. So my notes are like, finally, a real rap song.
yeah.
Drake came in with that modern flow, that modern, like, whatever he likes kind of shit. But he did it in a way that was pretty eloquent. The beat is fucking nice, and I got real behind this track. I could listen to it again and again. Ultimately, a 4 on 5 because the beat is nice, his flows is nice. No idea what the lyrics are, but again, with Drake, it doesn't matter. You're just kind of listening to his voice.
It was good. It was good. I gave it a 4. Listen, it was draggy for me, but like that's where it dropped it because I wanted to be a little bit more speedy. But it was savage. Like it was very like it got me a little
Okay.
bit primal. I wanted to hood up and just bounce back. And I saw you bounce to it.
I
Like,
was
I've
bouncing.
noted it. Like,
Look,
you-
man, that's
you
one
were
of the
like
songs.
this.
That's one of the songs when you walk out of like a party or something, and you're like going to smoke a cigarette, or going to
Yeah,
smoke
yeah,
doobie.
it's a
You know, just
chill.
go chill, whatever. You're
Yeah.
just like, hey, what up, yo? Straight 4-on-5, to be honest. Like, me and Holden, I even saw Holden kind of get the little head bob going.
It's
really
got its thing to it.
It's got it. It's got
a
its
great
captivating
song that, like,
essence to it. It's amazing. It's a good thing.
It's
But
just like
it's not a
perfect
5
song.
only because...
Like, listen, for me to really like a song, I gotta get behind it.
Yeah,
like,
you gotta
it's
follow
it's
the
gotta
entire
have a
thing.
point to it. This is more like, again, another song meant to be played at. This whole playlist so far could be played at a party and be the soundtrack of the party.
The background
But
theme,
like
people
in
would
regular
chill.
life, I'm not really feeling this track quite as much. So
You wouldn't listen to this on a bus ride or...
Well, I might if I'm in the mood for
Yeah,
it. Because
for sure,
sometimes I put on some of their shit and I really like it.
Some
But
dark
this
gloomy
isn't like an
stuff.
everyday kind of song. So yeah, 4-on-5.
Yeah, cool.
Alright, so what
a
is
Skpeta Interlude.
Put you up and direct a movie. Pussy yo tried to execute me. Died and came back as fella cootie. Don't phone me, send a text to Julie. OVO man, so unruly.
so yeah, at this point I think I started to figure out what the difference between a mixtape, an album, and a playlist really is. So a playlist appears to be like you have your album and it's all your album, but then all of a sudden you have songs that don't belong to you. Granted, Lil Wayne already did this on a real album, but we're gonna say that that's what a playlist is, because Skepta does this all by himself. No Drake.
And it is fucking
Yo,
dope.
Skepta is hype, man. Every fucking bar on this track is
Like,
wicked.
every
You
fucking
can
bar is
understand
just
it's-
on fucking
He
point.
enunciates in a way that's very clear. It was proper gangster ass type shit that I'm really accustomed to. It's
He
got
gives
that
you that
good
vibe. He
grime
gives you that
feel.
vibe of being right there as he's explaining what's going on. It is fucking intense. It just gets you. It grabs you and it just brings you along for the fucking ride. It is a straight 5-on-5 worthy song. This is where I was like, oh, maybe this playlist ain't so shit.
So wait, the one song without Drake gets Chris's Jollies really going.
Yes, yeah, I think that is clear. Drake is never getting a 5-on-5 from me on anything he does. Anything. I just look.
However,
he's a great artist.
Independent of Chris's prejudices against Drake, this is a fantastic track, man. I felt really pumped to it. I could see myself working out to it. I could see myself doing a lot to it. It's a 5-on-5 because I could listen to this motherfucker every day.
Yo, I really loved the grime experience, and especially because they flavored it with the jungle type of it, and it was rolling, guys. It was so.
Oh my gosh, the beat just has you like. Dun, dun,
Yo,
dun.
every
Like, it's
time,
really good.
like, it was a good power track, like, but every time, like, the lyric would end, it was just like my brain would just like. And just like oh shit, okay, next lyric, it would
And
just
it
drop
keeps
perfectly.
you wanting more.
This track
Oh.
I
adds
gave
a
it a
lo-
5 as well.
This track gives it some serious authenticity to more life in a way where Drake by himself is incapable of doing.
It was great. But,
Yo, but seriously, like, we were watching the comments on this live feed at this point, and this is where people really started to light up.
People
it isn't
were
just
like,
us.
fire!
Across the board, people were like, yo, this album
Yeah.
kind of is not what I was expecting, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
And then this was like, yeah, this was cool. All right, okay, Holden's going on too much. What's the next song?
Next
Bet
track is
most
called
people,
Portland.
Wait, better not never hesitate. Don't come around, think you're getting saved. Trying to show the dogs brighter days. Got a torch trying to light the way. Biting everybody, which is ironic, cause you're
So Drake killed it. Drake came in proper. This beat with the flute and everything, fucking next level.
Yo.
Really, really, really fucking like it. Quavo rapped, and it was quite impressive.
Yes.
Quavo dropped bars.
Quavo!
And then Travis Scott took off a whole point off my grading because he disappointed me so much with his shit.
Really?
It was that bad to me.
Wait, which one's
Okay.
Travis
The third
Scott?
The
verse.
third verse.
Oh, it was just auto-tune nonsense. Quavo actually really impressed me. Look, I don't like Migos very much, and I think that Bad and Bougie is the most overrated piece of shit ever. But this
No.
song came in, that feeling the flute in the background really stuck it in as a distinct feel for me. Drake sounded hype, man. I have to admit it. When
This
Drake is
whole
on,
song.
Drake is fucking on. Quavo is fucking on for the first time in my experiences with him. And then, well, Travis Scott is there. But still, okay, 4-on-5. I could listen to this song beginning to end and not even feel cringy at that last bad third verse.
The need to like switch it up.
The whole song is a 5-on-5 experience.
Ah, ridiculous.
No,
I love it.
it's a pretty chill track.
Preposterous. Preposterous.
It's a pretty chill track, and like I have to say, me too. I'm surprised Quavo is actually pretty.
Woo!
Uh,
He's like really like.
Hey!
I'm gonna say it. He's
Run
pretty
it.
lit. He was
he
actually
is lit,
good.
fam.
He lit, fam.
No, it was quite pleasant to experience the Quavo experience. I have to say, when he's not with Migos, he does quite better than when he is with
Yo,
Migos.
last on camera.
No, Chris. No.
No.
So, Damon, did you give your grade?
I gave it 4.
Give it a 4?
Yeah.
What would have given it the perfect 5? That's the real question. Is it killing off Travis Scott and not having him on this track?
Travis
Scott
Scott
that
is
would
what
have given it the perfect 5 for me?
I don't know. I can't. It was
Travis-
sort of a blur, but yeah, no, it wasn't. There was a point where, I think the end.
Yeah,
It was just
'cause
like,
yeah, that's
it
it.
just felt long.
Travis
but-
Scott is what made me give
At
it
that
a 5 on 5.
No, at that point, I would probably switch
Like,
the song.
oh,
I would
like
probably
straight
switch
up,
it. Why?
because
Chris,
I don't like Drake. I don't like Drake. So inevitably, I like Migos. So inevitably, I already like Quavo. And the fact that Quavo impressed the shit out of me with this verse, I was like, a direct 4.
This is
But
another
then
classic example
I
of
turn
Chris's
around-
arbitrary rating.
What
Featuring
is arbitrary
Chris
rating? I didn't like Drake, but Drake did well. He did well, and the experience is great. But I like Travis Scott. I like Quavo. They both did really great verses to me. That's why I got a 5, because Drake did a great verse, but I don't like Drake.
Again, guys,
Without Travis, it would have
hold
got
on,
a 4 out of
hold
5.
on. I just want to take another second. We would love to spend more time really going into these songs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's like,
but,
We
that's-
like, it's fucking long.
Kind of have to make sure that the podcast doesn't go on forever. So we're
so
so
let's
sorry.
make sacrifices, guys.
Yeah.
And I'm convinced I make sacrifices. I've been balling ever since. We seeing so many.
Hold on. Before we go into this, has anyone here ever heard Young Thug without auto-tune before?
No.
Well, he sounds good. I think he should drop that auto-tune shit and really keep up with this actual rapping crap.
I
'cause
agree.
I was pretty impressed by Young Thug on this song. Honestly, 2 Chainz sounded like 2 Chainz, and with 2 Chainz, you get the exact same thing with every 2 Chainz verse.
But
It
you
was
know
cool.
what? It was just a
Drake-
really good song.
Drake was nice. The beat was nice. I felt myself bumping to this. It wasn't perfect. The hook was possibly the best hook on the album for me.
Yep.
It really felt
Yep.
like a real one.
Yep.
Ultimately, 4 on 5, well packaged, a great beat again. It's really hard to comment additionally because everybody is exactly what they were supposed to be. And it
That's
felt
pretty
so
much it.
cookie
That's
cutter.
4 on 5. 4 on 5. I can't
And
even.
that's
There's
it.
no other
It
way to
felt
explain it.
so
Like,
cookie cutter that it got a 4 on 5 because there was nothing ingenious about this song. There's nothing that really brought it to the next level. It was just a safe, amazing. Everybody did what they were supposed to do, except for Young Thug, who actually impressed me.
I can't. No, I don't agree. Actually, it's just same as the previous. It felt just draggy, long, and I just like, at some point I was like, okay, is this? Oh my God, it's still going. Oh dear Lord, please stop something. I can't do it. I gave it a 2. I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop it at that because time restraint. What score did you give it?
Hold on. Why
I
did
didn't.
you give it
It
a
was
2?
just draggy. It was long. It was just.
I gave it a 4.
A 4? Chris,
No.
what was your favorite part?
2 Chainz.
For me, it was the hook. The hook was that
2
good.
Chainz. The
Okay.
hook and 2 Chainz. That was both of it.
Okay.
All right,
okay,
and let's not
okay.
turn
So
nothings
we are-
into something.
That's halfway point. Nothing's into something's the.
Cup of act, I'm drowsy. I'm still posted up where you first found me. Did I just
Hello, everybody. So this song was super fucking boring. There was kind of this soft whatever verse, but the beat was really nice again. Like
This
the production
was
is
an interlude.
excellent.
This was boring.
This
It was
was
another
an
interlude.
Fuck.
There was
I
just
gave it
one
a 3.
verse.
I gave it a 3 on 5 because it did absolutely nothing for me, but
2
wasn't
on 5.
bad. It didn't hurt. Didn't give me any unpleasant
A 2 for
feelings.
you? Yeah, you know what? No, it was a good track for me. Like, honestly, like, it was a good. There was only one verse, so he couldn't fuck up anything about it. The actual interlude of it, the outro of it, like, the 2 minutes, it was just peaceful to me. I could listen to this. Like, I could deal with 33 seconds of his voice just to enjoy 2 minutes of track. Like, it was great.
No, it had a
Boring.
nice appeal to
I
it.
gave it a 4. I
could
enjoyed
see
it.
A
I
lot of
enjoyed
this,
it a lot.
I just want to throw on that this is one of those albums where, albeit nothing really stands out as a truly banger type experience, nothing is also bad so far. So like, let's say this came on and I was at work and I needed a good hour to like put on something that would kill the time and not like have me get distracted or anything. So far, this
good.
album kind of fits the niche of background noise that doesn't distract you because there's like nothing that engaging so far in the experience. Chris, I know you found it boring. You gave it a 2, I believe is what you said.
I didn't like it, dude. It was just. The thing is that he goes between Drake. I find that Drake likes to go between this really, really hype to mellow to boring, hype, mellow to boring, and it's a pattern. Because right after this song, I'm pretty sure if I look back, it's probably a song that I like. Because he's got that like.
Yeah, but he gets at least a percentage of like
I know,
a tier for like
but
somebody
like
that's
even
low,
the tier,
somebody that's high.
I didn't like it. There was nothing to it. There was 30 seconds of a verse, and I was like, so I waited to really slow, annoying music for you to do
Slow
that.
and annoying, and it was actually
I-
good. Anyways.
Hold on. This album was worth waiting for. I just gotta put it out there. I'm not disappointed with the
I'm not
experience I've
disappointed
had.
at
Not with the
all.
album. I meant the song. Like the song
This
itself.
song was not enthralling, but again, it's worth noting that given that it's 24 songs in total, or 22 for like the streaming purposes, it's a good little pause between really stuff
Fair.
happening. And let's talk about something a little more melodramatic, a little more sensitive. Let's talk about teenage love.
Teenage Fever.
Ah, shit.
Yeah.
Your heart is hard to carry after dark. You're to blame for what we could have been, cause look at what we are.
Who would you?
It's true, would you comfort me?
I like
didn't-
this one.
I didn't know that he was fucking Jennifer Lopez
Ah!
until this track
I
came
watched
out.
Me
the
either.
interview.
So
Me
apparently,
either.
my girlfriend saw them on New Year's Eve together. But yeah, so
Oh my
that-
god, they were
that,
together.
Like, that like rip from like the Jennifer Lopez song gave me this nostalgic feel of joy. So I was able to sing along the first time I heard it. Like, if you are my love and my, if you are my trust, would you come?
The song's really good though. It's very
So smooth.
It's very smooth. Very
Like,
smooth.
I feel
familiar
like
of it.
even if I was bone cold sober and it was the middle of the day and I was at work,
But that chorus
this song
though,
could
that
make me
chorus
get
would
to
make you
a-
feel like that.
like wavy, like you can
Yeah.
kind of get to a good place and you just be like, "Na, na, na." And I really, really, really thought it was nice. And even his verses fit the smoothness proper. It wasn't like the rest of the album. It wasn't kind of that boring Drake feeling lazy type shit. That
Well,
he
you
did
got
a
that
lot of.
J-Lo feeling on this. So
Well, maybe he had some help writing this bad boy. If you know what I
he
mean.
clearly had some
Like
help
some
writing this bad
iconic
boy.
hooks. Hell, he didn't even change the melody. He just went slower.
Do you think he named it Teenager because when that song came out, we were all like teenagers?
I think he named it that because, frankly, the song reflects that. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
always kind of what it's been around. This young idea of love. And I appreciated it, for real. I gave this song a 5 on 5, mostly because of the nostalgia feel, but mixed with how well it's produced. Drake actually delivers like one of the most impeccable performances on the entire album on this song. And I was really and duly impressed enough that when it's available, I'm gonna plus this motherfucker on Spotify.
Yes.
And I'm gonna listen to this in the morning on my way to the job when I think about how awful life is.
Yo, I
Straight up.
enjoyed the familiarity of it, so I gave it a 4.
I gave it a 4 on 5. There's not much else to really say about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the next track called, folks?
Do you know the mind? No,
What?
it's KTM. I just tried to fit something that might have fit in with this song.
KTM?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I tried.
Dirty, dirty, bringing that 30. Music with a quick extension, bringing up 30. I got bitches in the murky swerving.
Now recording. So we got the second collaboration between Drake and Gibbs on this album.
Yeah.
This was the first time I heard
Gigs.
Gibbs. I was impressed.
Gigs.
Gigs. Okay, Gigs. I apologize, Gigs. I just heard about you. This beat is the anthem of the
This
album.
is fucking
This is
good.
like that, and you're just feeling it the whole way through. And Drake is spitting fucking this amazing flow like I wasn't expecting. Gigs comes in and just does what he does in
Oh
the
my
perfect
god,
level of
everything. It
intricacy.
just gets you
It's
jumping from one side to
dope.
another. Oh my fuck, it's just amazing. It gets you so pumped. Damon, why do you not look so excited?
Five. No 5?
Why did you not give, Damon, did you not give this
Chris,
a 5?
did you give it a 5?
I gave it a 5.
Of course you did, because
I
this is
get
the
it.
hypest
Props.
track on the album. This is my favorite song on this album, even after hearing everything else.
Okay. Yeah, no. No, I really don't have anything much to say. I gave it a 3. It just, yes, no. I love it. I love it. It was good. But,
If you love it, it got a 3?
however, it was just like, just that, the whole thing. It sounded like I would have probably skipped it by the half because I feel it's just like, okay, I got my
But then
taste.
Gibbs comes on and changes it
Yeah,
all.
Gigs is cool. Gigs.
Shut up.
Gigs. It's really Gigs.
Holden's
JG.
not sober. Forgive me.
La.
She made fun of
Anyways,
me for
yes, I
saying
gave
that.
it a 3. No, it's no fun. We didn't make fun of you. We were laughing at you. All right, so we had the Lose You.
You just gotta keep it. America's most wanted, man, I'm still on the run. All these number ones and we still not the ones. No hard feelings, but I still get you spun.
It's so much of the same thing.
It is definitely another
I'm
song
bored.
that kind of just does the same thing. It is a more stream of consciousness Drake, so he's got that normal talking voice Drake, and he just kind of delivers some thoughts to us, but he doesn't
I'm
actually say
bored.
anything particularly interesting or great. But it's not boring entirely. I give it a 4 on 5.
I gave it
thought
a 3
was-
on 5. Fuck
I thought
that.
it was well made. I thought it had its value to what it is, but again, it fits. It's the blender effect where every song on the album kind of starts sounding the same. There's not a lot of newness to it, and if you really like it, you're really gonna like it. But 4 on 5 because I could appreciate it, but apparently they both gave it a 3.
I give it a chromite. I was not up. I was not down. But you know what? Like,
You just can't have everything.
exactly.
Oh man, fresh up out the sand, February 10. It's the boy, but I'm still the man. Come and get your mans. I don't know. First you caught their hands, then you took the stand. It's a joke.
Song has a lot of value to it. I relate to this one. It's weird. I didn't expect to it, but I get where he's coming from. He kind of wants everything in life because, he dreams big and he wants to take advantage. And along
It's
the way,
your typical I'm king shit,
nah, that's
aiming
not
for
it.
my goals.
That's not it.
Yeah.
This is like recognizing that life presents to you opportunity costs, and that to get that, you might have to give up that. And as much as you might want to have it all and you desire to have it all, you can't have everything. It's actually the opposite of the typical version of
all
the
right,
song.
all right. I can see that.
If
I
I
still
just
liked
leak
it.
out his face and like not listen to
Oh,
his
this
word,
one had
I'm
good
good.
words.
I didn't care for the words. I don't care for his voice. I don't care for his style. I just like
I
the flow
related to
behind
this
it.
track and the way that Chris Chrome relates to stuff.
So you gave it a chromite?
I gave this a 5 on 5.
I gave this a 4 on 5.
I gave it a 4 as well.
No, this song was hype. This one was like Drake actually bringing some realness to the table. This was one of the few songs where he felt like a real person rapping about the things that are going on around him. And I feel like if there is 1 or 2 songs you want to listen to like really get the like Drake experience, that's not the Drake experience you previously had, this brings something new. And I really, really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
He's really starting to glow, isn't he?
He
Well,
is.
that's
Are you
because-
pregnant with Drake's baby?
Watch out for me, I'm bound to glow. Your boy all glowed up.
How did Kanye manage to sneak himself onto
Because
this
Kanye
album?
is the shit.
He's like AIDS.
Kanye is one of the best producers. The guy's a
Yeah.
great visionary. His lyrics are actually pretty honest and good. If you objectively go listen to Kanye West, he's a great artist. It's people.
Objectively?
Yeah, it's people don't like his arrogance, but that doesn't make him a less good artist. Kanye is fucking sick.
You're right.
His actual bars on this were great. He rapped like back in the day. He fucking brought in some
He
value to
sounded
this.
so young.
Drake sounded kind of shitty on his little auto-tune bullshit in the middle. But Kanye came at this in a way that, I guess this is a Kanye song, but it was a good beat. It was great flow, great
Very
rhythm.
melodic in a way.
I
Very melodic in a way,
don't
in a sense of
enjoy-
like captivating what's trying to be said. And I like Kanye how he does it. I like how he kind of just like does his own thing, and it's like, all right, you're just being you, but it's somewhat cute and somewhat entertaining, and it's just
I don't really
fun to
know
have
what
it
you
there.
meant by that.
Cause he's got like, Kanye likes to just say shit. I find like Kanye likes to just say shit as ad libs, as other rappers are
But,
doing
like,
shit.
This was a proper rap track that could have been off a College Dropout or one of the early Kanye works.
Yeah,
This-
it could
Yeah,
have,
but
but I'm
that's
still
the
saying
thing.
that his
That's the
his
thing.
ad libs
So
on
what
this track
Damon-
were still the
what Damon
same.
said about him being young makes sense. What you said about that makes no sense to me.
He just it just didn't change. It's exactly what it was him in the past. It's
But
just
Kanye
his
has
way of
changed
saying
a
it.
whole lot between now and then. Kanye has come through worlds of styles between now and then.
Isn't
So
he
for-
the one dating the Kardashian chick?
Yeah,
or
but have you
whatever?
listened to his music? Because
I
Kanye's last
think it's
four
boring.
albums, each of those 4 albums sounded completely different than the other ones, and B, none of those last 4 albums he's dropped sounded like that flow. This is like a throwback to 15 years ago.
No.
And I can appreciate a guy who has, not actually done this for a decade, throwing back to a time from 10 years ago. It's not exactly the same thing as, that's the same stuff he used to do. That's a really,
it just felt...
nonchalant way to put it.
For me, like, it was okay, but it was a good farming track. Like, I'm not impressed by Kanye for that bit
so
for
well
me.
done.
But, like, the track was good. The track was really good. I would grind this, like, while I'm farming something on either Borderlands or freaking Isaac or something, just, like, grinding and just getting something. It's good. Like, I like it. I gave it a 4. Like,
I give it a
was
4, but mostly because Drake took away points by not being that interesting to me. But Kanye really, really, really fucking impressed me.
I gave it a 4 for the same reason. Like
Yeah.
as much as I do talk shit about Kanye, I can admit and give him credit where he deserves
in my
it.
opinion,
You like this
is
one?
the Da Vinci.
I
of
do
this
like
generation.
this one. I just have certain views on Drake and Kanye on my own. Like,
Kanye is an excellent artist, and frankly, his beat work is one of the best that has ever come out of the world. And it's hard to take away from his production skills.
Yeah.
And he's got a great voice. It's way better than that other album he was on where he just kind of was in the backgrounds and made noises. So I appreciate that this Kanye feature counted for something.
Nah.
Anyway, it's not like since way back.
That you think about me every day, Saturday to Saturday. You see that I've been going through it, hoping everything.
So yeah, the best part of this song to me was the musical break about 2/3 of the way through, where Drake shut the fuck up and the other guy shut the fuck up. Because I did not like this song. I really
this song
everything
is not
else
that good.
I could find is some kind of a neutral something fucking or another. But this song just sucked. It was like straight up, like it annoyed me to hear it. I don't know who the fuck was featured on it, but it added no value. Drake just sounded
Party
whiny.
Next Door is an artist.
Fuck that shit. It was just bad. Anyway, 2 on 5. It was not
1
good.
on 5. I didn't even give it a 2.
It was just really like...
I give it a 2 because if it was like in a gallery or some sort of like fashion show and the music would play in the background, I would actually enjoy it and see the like
maybe, but I don't
draggy
even see
feeling
models
of it.
walking down the
However,
catwalk
like
that.
I would skip this. I would really
Oh,
skip
man,
this.
it's
This
just
was
like-
a drag song. This was
like-
not. This was really.
How did this make your album, dude? Like, you made us wait all this time. We're going through all of these songs where you're showcasing mad talent and all sorts of stuff. I might not agree with all the decisions that are coming in, but this was just like a boring version of previous tracks on this album, and the featured guest did not even stand good. Plus, he was there for very little. 80% of the song is just Drake, from what I could tell, and it was just like, hold on. The only reason it got a 2 for me is because the beat is really okay and well made, and it evolves in a really fun way. But everything about the vocals just sucked.
I didn't like anything about this song, to be real.
Did it give
Like
you?
it didn't do anything.
So did it give you a sense of fake
love?
Fake love?
Up to me, they look up to me. I got fake people showing fake love to me. Straight up to my face. Straight up to my.
So this song was on Spotify before the album actually came out. I don't know if it counts as a single. If it was a single, we didn't watch the video. Fuck that shit. So this song is the Nickelback effect in full effect. Like, it is straight up a ladies' jam. Girls will be going, "That's my shit," when they hear it in the club and dancing and shaking and all that other stuff. It's got such a smooth fucking beat. Drake sounds so like, fake love, and everybody gives me fake love.
Ugh.
And it's just so typical Drake.
It just gave me a drone effect. It was just like.
Mine
I
was
gave it
drone
a 3.
effect.
Like I couldn't.
I couldn't give it any more than a
Oh,
3.
it is absolutely well made for what it is. Don't get me wrong.
Yes,
if this
but I
shit came
can't-
on, I would not be sad if I was in the right place in the right time for it. This is not like a 3. I felt something it is. I can understand where he's coming from. On a lyrical front, I did have this I did hear the other before we reviewed this. He's got this good kind of analysis of how people don't treat him the same, and there's actually something to this track that's a little bit more than just...
Yeah, but that's the same shit he said on his last 2 albums. Like, he came to that realization already.
Yeah,
like,
but it doesn't mean that it's not a part of his life. And
okay,
it's such a summer jam,
fine.
man. This shit in July, if you were at the beach and girls were in bikinis and everybody's dancing around, I think we can all agree it would be a very pleasant experience.
I gave it a 3.
I gave it a 3.
Yeah.
Shit's a 4. It's
Ugh.
definitely not quite so bad. Look,
Dude, Ice Melts. Come on, like. at
Ice
some point.
Melts is the next song on the album.
17. Icy like there's nobody you ever need. Better not get that up to anyone but me. Hey.
I appreciate the effort on this song. Like, it really doesn't sound like any of the previous ones before it. It's got this nice Caribbean feel. Young Thug all of a sudden is speaking with an accent I've never heard on his auto-tuned ass before. Drake mimics the same thing. It feels like these are two dudes who are trying to do something that almost sounds like they're ripping off another culture. Maybe it's not. I don't really know. But like, it wasn't boring. It just wasn't good.
There's no real flavor to it.
It was
It's
just
fake
trying-
flavor. It's a lot of artificial seasoning instead of the proper spices that should be going into this. This beat was wasted on these two is something, I guess a better way to put it.
I agree. I'm sorry.
3 on 5.
I gave it a 3 as well.
It just
like,
didn't
it was
do
just.
much.
It tried to be Caribbean. It tried to be Jamaican. It tried to be a Rastafarian to me. It was just without quite reaching that level of.
Look, it's not poorly made,
But
okay?
it's
like,
good, but
like
it's
again,
not that
this
good,
is
but
the
it's-
second best Young Thug verse I've ever heard, if it wants to count for anything. So
I
the
guess
second
so.
best. The other one was much better, and I think it's weird. Well, no, they're all both on Young Money, so I guess it makes sense that Young Thug would be on this album.
Young Thugs on Young Money.
Absolutely.
When did that happen?
Like back before the whole
Oh yeah,
drama.
there's that whole beef
You
and
didn't really pay
bullshit. Yeah,
attention.
okay.
Like, listen, the Cash Money, Young Money, billionaires empire is not in the stablest of positions. It's not like 2008 where they rule the world. Is all I'm trying to say. But no, Young Thug is like Lil Wayne 2.0, and in this case where he's rapping with the autotune, gives me a little bit of hope for the future of his career.
Auto-tune.
Because you can actually kind of understand what the fuck he says even with it, but it was the clearest I've ever heard Young Thug. Yeah, absolutely. It's an acquired sense of listening, but since we started Headspace, I mean, this is the 19th album we reviewed. My ability to decipher what could be called mumble rap is a lot better than it used to be.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's a skill.
Are we at the last track of the
No,
stream?
but it's just where were the bars? There were no bars.
On
There
this
was,
song?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was a lot of wishy-washy. Wishy-washy was written in my notes. It was a lot of the flow was there, the voice was there, but the actual make me want to feel this is the hypest shit ever was not there.
No. Okay.
Chris?
I give it a 3.
I gave it a 2 on 5. I got-
2?
Yeah.
Damn it, I feel your 3. It was well
I
made
didn't-
enough to earn that 3.
No, I didn't like any of it.
Boo.
Do not disturb, bro.
I need his head OVO, yeah. All the girls I know are there with Ian Throw. Who knows where I end up when that shit gets old.
Woo! Stream of consciousness, Drake in full effect at the end of the playlist. Like, listen, there were 2 songs on Spotify we hadn't heard yet. I was a little confused, but this is the last jam. This is track 22. 22 fucking songs. And this is a pretty cool closer to me. I gotta say, it's got that, like, of, like, the actual rapping quality. It's one of the best Drake does on the album for the rapping side of things.
Is this really rap or hip hop?
Well, they're kind of we can go into that.
Intertwined in a way.
Let's say
Okay,
hip
let's
hop
not.
is the genre of music to me, and rap is more the delivery of the lyrics.
Okay.
And so Drake's delivery is very rap based. He comes at it properly. He says again a lot of what's going on in his mind, and it's really cool for what it is. He's in the grind. He's trying to do it. He even addresses the fact that like people don't like his new music on this album, and he's kind of like falling off, and he doesn't know how to handle it. I feel like this is a very coming to self kind of song. On that note, it's still not the greatest shit ever. It's kind of the same. Even when he changes his flow, his voice doesn't change. And Drake's formula is not really producing a lot of 5s. A lot of the 5s I gave on this album were when other people were to bring it up, and this is a lot of the blender effect. It sounds exactly like the last song I said Stream of Consciousness on. It's basically the same track, So 4 on 5 because nothing new here, but a good way to end it still.
Yeah, no, I really, really like it. It was pretty chill. This was really a productive song for me. Like, I could, like, really get into grinding. It's not distracting. It's just very flowy, but it's not, you know, exactly distracting. It's not like, oh my God, this song, I need to stop everything. No, it's just like, ooh, okay, it's a good song, but I give it a 4 as well. It was just like, it was good, but not, I didn't get the whoo. Anyways.
No,
I get what you mean.
I didn't really have much to say about it. I felt very neutral to it. I had to give it a chromite, to be honest. Like, by this point, I was like, I'm
Better than
so
a 3,
done.
bro.
It's just,
it's
I mean,
a
it's not a
banger.
bad track. It's
A
produced
bad-
nicely.
It's a relative
It's nice to
banger.
finish with, but like, I was just, okay, whatever. And then, of course, Holden goes, guys, we have 2 more songs.
Oh, look,
and I was
look,
like,
it's not, it's not
look
even
at
my
this.
fault here, right? So there were songs released for More Life before the album actually came out, and this new era, that doesn't mean shit anymore. So we're going to review those, but still, this song is the end of the album officially, and I like it. I like it as a closer. I think it's a great kind of way to tie things together after this experience of a few different things. And as a closer, you don't feel it? You don't feel it has its own value?
I feel very neutral to it. I'm sorry. I can't
Whatever.
give anything
Alright.
to
You
it.
can't make Chris happy no matter what.
Yeah, let
Unless
us-
you sound like Quavo, you're just going to make him unhappy.
Quavo!
So, guys, we've got 2 other tracks that
Alright.
got Sneakin.
And y'all,
This is all guys doing, man, you can't plan it. But if the devil's in the details, then I'm satanic. About to take over your city and you can't stand it.
yeah, sure.
Drake, you're an asshole for putting 2 extra tracks on this shit and making your album 24 goddamn fucking songs.
I
Hold
like the
on.
fact that it's
This
24
song's
songs.
actually
Oh,
pretty
This song is
dope.
pretty dope.
This song
Like-
is dope, yes, but
Okay,
it's
so the
so
beat
fucking
comes
dope.
in, and you're feeling kind of hype, and this I listened to last night, so before this album, I was like, yo, guys, this is going to be a good experience. Yo, guys, based on what I heard on Spotify, this shit's going to be hype. And this track
True.
is fucking hype. This, like, Drake comes in, like, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and I'm like, okay, it's not really my cup of tea, but I feel what he's doing. 21 Savage comes in, takes a little bit away from the song, but he does mention getting some outstanding head, and as a man who appreciates some outstanding head, I kind of felt where he's coming from a little bit. And
it was better than getting my duck sick. My duck
Yeah.
sick. My
Oh,
you
look
know
at that.
what
sucked?
Yes, I did.
because getting your duck sick is not the same as getting your dick sucked. I felt that this track was a jam that like would be really good to in a car when you're sitting there in traffic and people are looking at you funny, so you crank it up and you're just like,
Yes,
yeah, I'm having
it
a better
got-
time than you.
Yeah, no, but it got
4
me
on 5.
spaced out. It got me spaced out. I
4 on
actually
5.
could like completely bubble out
4 on
into
5.
it. I got a 4 as well.
I don't have much to say about it. It's just a really hard trap banger, and it's just
It's
dope.
good though. When Drake does shit like this, if this album had been a lot more of this, I think I would have had
A higher rating.
because like there's a few songs on here that like I didn't feel, but when Drake actually raps, I feel it. When Drake's like for like the whole song, you're like, fuck off, Drake. Why can't you do more of the rapping shit? You're a rapper, bro.
Yo, you gotta try to hit 2 birds with 1 stone, bro.
Uh-huh.
I know I gotta pay something. I know that day's coming. I put it all in the music because if I don't say it here, then I won't say nothing. Can feel my hand getting tired from holding the
I hate this track.
I really like this track. This track is fucking cool. We're back to stream of consciousness, Drake, but I heard this last night again because it's on Spotify. And he really lays out some proper like experience of what he's been going through. As Chris is probably going to say, we've heard this before. This is the same Drake we've had for the last 2 albums. Fuck that shit. I never listened to that before.
Thank you.
So for
I don't
me,
have to speak.
The beat was fucking hype. It was fucking nice. His flow was actually better than the other 2 stream of consciousness tracks. And I fucking felt like I was waiting for this song the entire time we streamed that playlist with that YouTuber dude. And it never came, and it made me kind of sad. And I was kind of like, we're reviewing it because I like this song still. It's not a 5 on 5. It's a 4 on 5. But I wanted to throw this in because I knew it would still be at least a 4. And it's a good song. You should go listen to it if you're into the more stream of consciousness Drake.
This is one of the types of the songs that I like because I can easily blur out his monotone voice
It's
and I
not
can
that
enjoy the
bad.
back of it. Like, listen, it's not my type of rapper. Deal with it. Like, I can't, like, there's some voices I don't like and he happens to be one. But I love the fact that I can blur it out and I will point it out. And Drake, thank you for not changing that and trying to do something annoying like some other people. Anyways, I love the track. It made me feel good, but it wasn't, again, like the, okay, I could give it a 4. On this, And
And
Chris?
Chris, I didn't like it. The
That's
song
what you
reminded me
related.
of all the other Drake
I
albums.
gave it a
I'm not
3.
You're awesome, Chris.
That is an accurate explanation, Holden. I thank you very much. That is exactly why I gave it
Okay.
a 3.
Thank you all for sticking with us this entire way
Wait,
through. Oh, shut
before you close up, what is the title score of it?
Well, I was about to get there.
Yeah.
All
before
right,
you
Let's
cut me
thank
I'm
off.
them
sorry.
for,
You
like-
seem to
Thank
be in
you
a
for
rush.
sticking through this long ass song by song. As I was going to say,
I appreciate
this has
it.
been an interesting experience. First of all,
has.
24 songs is an impressive number of tracks to drop off on an album in this day and age when most people 13, 14, 12,
Well, I guess that's
10,
the difference in the playlist now.
Maybe. But like on the downside, you had a lot of doubles. You could have cut out half these tracks and your rating would have went up 100% for me at
Yeah,
least.
maybe.
On that note, 3.79. So I guess this album got a 3.8. I can't believe I'm giving Drake a near classic rating, but it was really impressive. That's my thoughts on this. It wasn't boring. I was expecting to fucking hate this, and I did not. So good experience at the end of the day.
Well, it's okay. I'll take your expected to fucking hate this and just give it a 3.2 like it deserves and fucking hate this.
Yeah, but a
Ooh,
3.2
you
is
didn't
not
like
a hatred. Think about it. A 3 is over 60. That means you liked more than half of the experience of this
Fine,
album.
fine.
So hatred would be like a 2, okay?
I'll be polite, Drake.
So you give it an average feel.
I gave it a 3.79. Yo, I was impressed. I enjoyed it,
Wait,
especially.
you said 3.7. I gave it a 3.79. We gave it literally to the point something the same rating.
Yeah, we did. That's creepy.
Maybe I'm just like a proper woman who likes the blender effect of Drake.
Oh, clearly.
I
Clearly.
am not said entity to you. Anyways, yeah, no, it was good, but the kid, yeah, no, I liked it, guys. Seriously, thank you for chilling with us. My
See ya.
head.
Yo,
Is
subscribe,
spaced out.
like, share. If you hate it, please don't dislike. I know, but
no,
you
it's
might.
constructive criticism,
It's constructive,
guys.
like the
we need
lady
to...
who commented on the last video that gave us feedback. Just hitting dislikes not constructive.
No,
it's just
put in
hating.
something exactly.
Just tell us.
Tell
Anyway,
us what.
as Damon said, headspace full. Blah
The
blah blah.
headspace
It's
is
been
full,
lovely.
guys.
Next